Hoot and Howl. Crystal Glass.
Crystal Glass, right?
Patrick John Welder. Good morning, Nick. 10K in the bank and I'm buying a million Harmony 1 LOL.
The coffee smells good. Sounded like Hoot and Howl started the show, which we will be starting shortly. I've got my grapes. My coffee will be up here in about 1 minute. So hello to Hoot and Howl, Patrick John Welder. And over on the Rumble.
Bradley
And
Johns.
hey, Bradley.
Good morning, Nay and friends.
Hello. We're going to be live here in just a second, guys. Hang in there on this black screen. And as soon as my coffee's up, we will come in here and get the theme song going. Start a good show.
Matt Postma. Good morning, Nay.
Okay, man, we are coming with the kitheth. We get the kithethi, we got the bees. These bees laying over here off to the side, man.
Bradley Johns.
Measle to the side.
Getting my coffee as well and
Okay.
cleaning my glass LOL.
My kitheth
Patrick John Welder.
is here.
I'm not sure if you can buy a million Harmony 1 with 10K, but it sounded good.
A million? I think $1,000 will get you 10,000 Harmony 1 coins. So you might be exactly right, bro. You might be, yeah. I think $10,000 would get you exactly 1 million Harmony 1 coins. I believe, but I could be wrong. All right, so let's start the show. I want to say thank you to everybody that's chatting this morning. All of you, group effort, getting the show started. It's going to be Hoot and Howl, Patrick John Welder, Bradley Johns, Matt P. What's up, Matt? Bradley, Patrick John Welder. Okay, cool. Thank you guys for tuning in this morning. And if you're watching on the Rumble, I think the Rumble's live. Yes. Okay, cool. I thought there might be more people on the Rumble, but there aren't yet. Okay, now we're going to start the show.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Dabs for days. What's up, Nay?
Hey, Dabs for days. Getting ready to start the show. Looking at 26,100 Bitcoin, which is nice. Got some coffee. We got our favorite intro video. We got that back. I got to turn the brightness down while we're getting ready here. Way down. Here we go. That's good. 1,008,000. We are good. We're good. That's funny.
It starts with an F.
Hello, Trendy's Trendy reporting in live from Orlando, Florida, home of Trendy has dabs and all things trendy, where you find me, you, and the hashtag Trendy's on all phones, social media, especially rumble.com/user/trendy/Nays Garden. Get on over there. This is the Ox Project from Orlando, Florida. Not that guy, but the music. Hello, everybody. Hello. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Yes, we've got the e-nail all heated up to 520, which is our preferred temperature as designated by what we feel tastes and smokes the best. Me talking a little bit about crypto this morning, a little bit about Bitcoin. Michael Saylor put out a really good video just talking about, he does analogies really well, I think. He likes to do analogies. Some of them aren't that good, but some of them are. He's an analogy master. Or he overuses them, maybe. But he did a few on this short speech that he gave, and he's just speaking about comparing, currencies and talking about the chances of the dollar surviving for a long period of time, and how you can mitigate the crashing of the dollar and the economy by holding on to at least 1/10 of a Bitcoin, which is about $10,000. Is it? No, not even 10,000. That's a third of a Bitcoin, right? What's a tenth? A tenth of it wouldn't even be that much. It would be like, what, $5,000? What's 5? It's not even 5. It's less. I think it's like $4,000 for a tenth of Bitcoin. Yeah, 4,000. What? Because Bitcoin? No, it's got to be. It's got to be like.
Morning.
It's got to be less. It's got to be like $2,600, right? $2,600. Is that a tenth of a Bitcoin? So I said 10,000. No, man, it's only 2,000. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking correctly this morning. Hey, Francesco, I hadn't had my coffee yet. So my brain wasn't working when I said 10,000. You don't even need to put 10,000 in. I was thinking a tenth of a big. Oh no, I put 10th. Oh, I put 10K in there. It shouldn't be 10K. Look, 1/10 of a Bitcoin is going to be 1/10 of 26,000. 1/10 of 26,000. 26,000 divided by 10 is going to be 2,600, right? Am I right? It's only 2,600. Forget the 10K, dude. It's only 2,600. So my retraction would be, I'm sorry for the 10K. I think it's only $2,600. Let me do it. 2,600 times 10 equals 26,000. Right. So my bad. It's you don't need 10,000 in the bank. If you've got $3,000 sitting in the bank, that's just sitting there, and like, let's say you got 10,000, but you got like 3,000 you're not doing anything with. Michael Saylor is telling you, he's imploring you, and so a lot of other people, to go out and purchase 1/10 of a Bitcoin right now. It doesn't matter where the price is right now, but get it right now. And just put it away and don't even think about it anymore. Don't be like some people did when they bought a Bitcoin and they started seeing the price drop slowly and they decided to sell it and lose money on it because they thought it was just going to keep dropping. Don't do that. If you can't look at it, buy it and don't look at it and just forget about it. It'll be worth something someday. And don't forget where you put it. Don't forget how to access it. Right? Very important. If you're not good with passwords, if you're not good with keeping track of things, you're going to have to be vigilant. You're going to have to be very careful and change your evil ways if you want to deal with crypto right now the way it's set up. So, yes, the 10K, forget about the 10K. It's really only $2,600. and you could own a tenth of a Bitcoin. And this is what Michael Saylor tells you. This is why he says you should consider at least holding right now a tenth of a Bitcoin. Okay? This is not it. Okay.
Fast enough and intricately enough so that they can do good without probably doing more harm.
We're getting like
That's
3/4 through this conversation. Don't worry, he's just doing a lot of analogies and
an
stuff.
increment of $10 million of cash flow. Do I put it into bonds? Do I put it into gold? Do I buy silver? Do I buy land? Do I buy art? Do I buy Bitcoin? So I still think Bitcoin is the most scarce, most desirable, highest quality property as a long-term store of value. So I think generally for us, we've adopted a very simple strategy. We keep enough working capital to last us a year, normally in the range of about $50 million in US dollars. And then when we have excess cash, either from operating income or any other financing opportunity, we put that into our treasury reserve asset. And we have adopted Bitcoin as our primary treasury reserve asset. So we're 100% treasury reserves in Bitcoin. You might decide that you're going to split your treasury reserves 1/3 property, 1/3 art, 1/3 Bitcoin, or 1/3 S&P stocks or something, right? It's a preference for an individual or investor. But of course, our company, MicroStrategy, has adopted a Bitcoin strategy. And we have transparently communicated that to all of our outside shareholders, and that is in our 10K filing. So when someone buys MicroStrategy stock, they know what they're getting. They don't want us to hedge.
Hey, Dave.
Or juggle
let's do a
16
dab.
different assets.
Dave,
So
let's do a
if
dab.
I showed up and said, hey, I found it, we can buy
420.
Picasso,
No law regarding
we
cannabis. Cheers, everybody.
think that's better than Bitcoin.
Dave,
All
Dabs
my
for
shareholders
Days.
freak out because they
Tina,
don't want
Francesco.
investment in art hedge
All of you guys that are here
fund
already,
or
cheers.
a real estate hedge fund. They want someone that's got a Bitcoin strategy. So from a corporate point of view, it's the right
Dave
thing for
Campione.
us to do.
Dab.
I personally think it's the highest quality property in the world, and I think it will appreciate the best over time. And as I pointed out to you, it has performed the best in the past 2 years versus every other option.
So there's the Bitcoin king himself, Michael Saylor, on why Bitcoin is his number one. His conviction in Bitcoin is clear, and with a track record like his, it's hard to ignore his predictions. Just a reminder, if you believe, as Saylor says, that the history of fiat currencies paints a clear picture, or even if you're just crypto
I hate the way
curious,
this guy
you want to
talks.
dive deeper into this
I'd like
world.
to punch him in his
Remember, my
fucking fat
daily
mouth.
5-minute crypto newsletter is there to guide you every step of the way. It's comprehensive, concise, and absolutely free. Join the community by clicking the first link in the description below. Anyway, guys, hope you
Blood living on the Upper East Side with a trust fund, and you just don't see why you need it. The gasoline in Sri Lanka is everybody lost everything overnight.
that Bitcoin will be the best performing asset on a 4, 6, and 10 plus year time frame.
So that's all you really need to know. This guy who's got a lot of Bitcoin, he's put his whole company into it. He thinks that you should get into it too, and he thinks he's going to make a lot of money doing it. And he's a very savvy businessman and trader. So you want to take advice from somebody like that, it's out there. And what he says is you should consider buying 1/10 of a Bitcoin. That would cost you around $2,600. I implore you guys, if you've got $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 sitting in the bank and you have not purchased crypto yet, go download Cash App on your phone and go buy $2,600 worth of crypto, of Bitcoin, and forget about it. Okay? I implore you. That's it. That's all. Now we can move on with the show. But just remember, I told you to do this, and the day I told you was, September 13th, 2023. Remember this date. And they told me, man, when it was $26,000 to buy 1/10 of it. So, you know, I'm also recommending you get on some Harmony,
Dave
which
Campione.
just went down.
What's the least amount worth buying? Is 200 too low?
No, 200 is not too low, bro. You start at 200. You can always get more, man. It's like if you're purchasing gold. You can get one gold coin and just put it aside, and then on another week, go get another gold coin. It doesn't matter. As long as you're stockpiling it and holding on to it over time, what's going to end up happening is the value of it goes up eventually, and you'll have more money instead of less money. And that's the point of investing long term. Letting your money work for you, letting your money make you more money instead of it just sitting there in a bank account. Now, this is really only for people who have access to that kind of money. It's $2,600. It's a lot of money. Yeah, not the kind of money that I just want to throw down the garbage disposal. So, if you have access to it and it's something that's available to you and you're comfortable with that, get it and forget it. Just get it and put it aside and let it do its thing. And then you're taking advice from one of the greatest financial gurus of our time. Not me.
Bradley Johns.
Not me.
I find the ability to invest even living paycheck to paycheck.
Bradley, that's really good. So your dollar cost averaging when you can, you're getting a little here, a little there, and that's good. That's what Michael Saylor's telling you to do. Me, I like to buy those dips, but he says just get it now, and it doesn't matter where the value is, get it right now. So you can either take his advice and take the risk, or, maybe risk is too much for you right now and you just want to sit out. It's okay. There's no rush. Keep your eye on the price of Bitcoin. When it's at 30,000, you'll still be able to buy it. When it's at 40,000, you'll still be able to buy it. When it's at 50,000, you'll still be able to buy it. Now, understand that if you get it at 50,000, that 1/10 would then be $5,000. So if you got it at 25,000 and you purchased 1/10 of it, $2,500 worth, and it went up to 50, your $2,500 would be worth $5,000. You could pull that $2,500 back out and leave the other $2,500 back in. I don't do that shit. I'm just saying you could. You got to pay taxes every time you pull crypto out. Every time you make a profit, you got to pay taxes. Pull profit. I say hodl. Stop pulling and hodl. People are like, when's Bitcoin going to hit that number that you take your money out, Nate? I'm not. It's my bank. That's where my money sits.
Take fishing.
Goes up or goes
So
down. That's where my
instead of
money
pull and
sits.
reinvest the profit.
Yeah, you could reinvest or just leave it. Let it sit in there. Let it stay in there. You don't even have to reinvest it. Just let it stay in there, and it goes up, and you have more money going up. But I want to move on. Let's move on to something else now. That's enough about Bitcoin. I just wanted to let you know that, he's not the only one telling you to do this. There's a lot of people out there that are suggesting you get into it now. But it's still a good title. If you have 10K, put $2,600 in Bitcoin right now. So it's a good title. I just, it's not the way I was thinking when I was thinking 1/10 when I wrote 10K. It's only $2,600, guys. All you got to do is move the comma over one place. $2,616. That's how much it would cost you. So here, let's
Hoot and hell. I pulled just to make what I put in profit. Left 4x what I put in crypto. That way I can't lose.
They captured the murderer they were looking for in Pennsylvania at 8 o'clock.
Good morning, Ben. How are you? I hope
Hey,
everything is
Michael.
cool. I'm watching you live.
Hey, Michael. Michael, you could call me Nay, bro. N-A-Y. That's my nickname. Everybody just calls me Nay on the live stream.
Take fishing.
I would like it if you called me
Yeah,
that.
just watched press conference.
It's N-A-Y. Short for Banane. Yeah, so they caught the guy. Good. Guy's a murderer. He needs to be in prison. Good thing he didn't get out and kill other people, He did rob people. So he got out and committed more crimes. Just goes to show you. He's better off in prison. For the society is better off with him in prison. ex-NBA player dies at 42 at a yoga class. Brandon Hunter played for the Celtics. All right. I guess there's a picture of the Celtics here. I guess he's one of these guys. I wonder if it was hot yoga. I wonder what he died from, man. They're not saying. They're not releasing the information. Well, I'm going to say it was a massive heart attack.
What's with all these sports players dying young?
They do. It just happens, man. Remember Len Bias? Cocaine. Ron DeSantis' allies mocked Donald Trump after he was booed at Iowa State football game. I saw the video. Donald Trump was not booed. So it's the weirdest thing. That is a level of delusion that you can only get out of someone like Ron DeSantis. Hurricane Lee is growing and will hit the United States East Coast as it looks like a Category 1. It's going to hit Maine on Sunday. So all of my friends up there, Michael Haskey, we've got Michael Goldsmith, I think, is up there. Josh, I Like Totals and Tattoos, Kelly is up there. Anybody else in the northeast coast? Let me know. You guys got a hurricane coming, and it's going to be a Category 1, man, and you guys aren't used to doing those, so. We covered this yesterday. BMW backtracks from charging subscriptions for heated seats. Yeah, I think I talked about that with you. Maybe not. I think maybe Cyber and I discussed that off camera. I can't remember. They're still trying to sell me a fucking backplate to my Gibson SG that I already purchased on these stupid advertisements.
Dave Fishing. They still selling me Icy Breezy.
Yeah, really? Only 11 countries are reducing emissions, and all will miss the Paris targets. From the Lancet. Oh my God. You guys, okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for some stupid shit? USA Today. A promising step. NASA says planet 8.6 times bigger than Earth could support life. Yeah, and we're all going to go there. There's a planet and it's 8.6 times bigger than freaking Earth. And yeah, we're going to go there. Let's see how far away this fucking this planet is. I'm kind of curious. Let's see. How are we going to get there? Fucking Scotty going to beam us up? Let's just see. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has uncovered evidence of a possible ocean world larger than Earth with conditions that have the potential to support life. The exoplanet known as K2-18b was first discovered in 2015, more than 120 light years from Earth. It's 120 light years from Earth, guys. USA, yeah, we can support us over there. It's only 120 light years away, guys. With all of our light speed technology, that'll just take moments for us to travel across the galaxy to get there. It'll just take mere moments. You know, because we're traveling at light speed now, you know. Holy shit.
Quinco. If
There's
USA
hope.
discovers oil there, it will only take 10.
Ah, I love you, Quinco. You're the greatest. You gotta follow me on Kick, Quinco. I don't know who you are, but you're fucking hilarious. I'm following you. You're the best ever. Dude, totally following you, bro. Followed. Quinco, do me a favor. Will you follow me? Will you follow my channel? Oh, I see you're following my channel. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up on the Kick too, man. And
Quinco.
you...
Follow.
Thank you. And feel free to come over to Rumble, man. We're over on Rumble at Nays Garden, man. I'll give you a
Bradley
link.
Johns. Just need to use the technology at the South Pole to get there fast.
Dude, I have nobody chatting on my Rumble yet, bro. Not a single chat. So, you know,
Nays
feel free
Garden.
to come over to Rumble, too. Need to use the take us south. Dude, I can't believe he said that. If we discovered oil, it's like on... Oh, dude, it's like that movie, Don't Look Up. Oh, we discovered that there was minerals on the comet that's about to destroy Earth. It's almost like the exact same thing, Quinco. Oh, my God. Yeah, if they discovered oil over there, we'd get there in 10 years. Okay, this is just so hilarious. I mean, I can't make this shit up, dude. They found a planet, but it's only 120 light years away. During the space agency's K2 mission, Webb's enhanced technology compared to previous space telescopes recently allowed scientists to more closely examine the star-orbiting planet beyond our solar system, and what they found was nothing short of remarkable. Observations in 2019 with Webb's predecessor, the Hubble Space Telescope, previously indicated that the exoplanet, 8.6 times larger than Earth, could be a Hycean world with a hydrogen-rich atmosphere and a surface covered by ocean water. Could be. It could be. Okay, good. It could be covered with ocean. Okay. I mean, covered with ocean? How much land? Covered by ocean water. How are we going to live in the ocean? Are we dolphins? Last time I checked, we weren't orcas. What are we going to do? Live underwater? We can't even do that here. We're going to go to another planet 120 light years away and live in the ocean?
They need democracy on that
The
exoplanet.
sea people,
Send the
the
military
sea
to get their own.
people. Everybody sees the sea people, the sea people. I'm on the seafood diet with the sea people. We only eat the food that we see. Seafood diet with the sea people. Sea people, the sea people. Wait, so remember. I'm reading to you all of the important points in an article that everyone always skips over. Could be a Hycean world with a hydrogen-rich atmosphere. Could be, and a surface covered by ocean water. Could be, right? Now, a new investigation with the Webb telescope has revealed traces of carbon-bearing molecules in K218b's atmosphere, including methane and carbon dioxide. Ooh, we found the same things that we have here on Earth 120 light years away.
Hoot and hell. Well, send sea monkeys.
Don't
first.
forget the 120 light years away. Okay, hold on. There's
Michael
particles.
Adupoku. Ben, I like your music.
Michael Adupoku. Could you call me Nay, bro? N-A-Y? I don't know. It's like I'm talking to you, but it's like you don't hear me. So, Michael Adupoku, do you hear me talking to you? And can you call me Nay? And if not, I'm just going to block you from my live stream like I block everybody else. N-A-Y. I feel like we're not communicating with each other. Michael Adupoku. I feel like I'm not getting through to you. Michael Adupoku. Yeah, I was just testing to see if you and I were actually having a conversation, and I asked you to call me Nay, and you called me Ben again. So I'm like, wow, you're not hearing me, or are you ignoring me, or are you watching the show, or am I just going to block you? Let me know, because I'll just block you if you and I can't communicate. I thought you were cool, bro, but I don't know if you're listening to me or not. That's all I'm trying to figure out, if you're actually listening to me or not. The sea people, the sea people. Molecules. Now, a new investigation with Webb has revealed traces.
Bradley Johns. I wish I understood their ability to know these things about a planet that's 120 light years away. Bonsai house. Morning.
Hey, Billy. Still no one in the Rumble chat. It's crazy. I'm trying to get through this article here. The abundance of methane. Wait, they said abundance? They said there were traces. How did it go from traces to an abundance? Maybe there would have to be an abundance of it on the planet in order to see traces of it in the atmosphere. Okay, I'll give them that. Okay. The abundance of methane and carbon dioxide and a shortage of ammonia support the hypothesis that there may be a water ocean underneath a hydrogen-rich atmosphere in K2-18b. According to NASA researchers, the team's results were accepted for publication in the Astrophysical Journal Letters. Look at this. Now there's another article underneath it. It says, no longer conspiracy theories, how UFOs became mainstream in America. No, they're still conspiracy theories, man. They're not mainstream. And just because more people believe in the conspiracy theories doesn't stop them from being conspiracy theories. Whoever wrote that fucking title, you're an idiot. Even if everybody believes it and it's still a theory, a conspiracy theory, it's still a fucking conspiracy theory. UFOs. God, what a bunch of idiots. Who writes this shit? Well, the good news is, Ken, you already own Bitcoin. So, the other good news is, you don't need 10,000. You only need 2,600 to get 1/10 of a Bitcoin. So, that's good news, too. I had mislabeled the title. Located in the constellation Leo. Hey, we all know Leo. Leo the Lion. The Lion King. K2-18b orbits the red dwarf star K2-18 in what's known as the habitable zone. The region around a star in which liquid water could potentially pool on the surface of a rocky planet. And where there's water, there could be clouds and rain. Larger than Earth but smaller than Neptune, scientists say exoplanets are unlike anything in our own solar system. Because there's no nearby planets equivalent in size, researchers say atmospheric conditions of exoplanets like K2-18b are something of a mystery to astronomers debating their atmospheric conditions. In the search for life on exoplanets, researchers have traditionally focused on smaller rocky planets. Niku Madhusudan, an astronomer at the University of Cambridge, Cambridge, and the study's lead author said in NASA's new release. However, some astronomers believe that such Hycean worlds are ideal places to search for extraterrestrial life. Yes, they believe. Great. They also believed that they were all going to be astronauts when they were kids, and none of them are. Now they're just research scientists, so they were wrong about that. Let's keep going. Our findings underscore the importance of considering diverse habitable environments in the search for life elsewhere. We're going to be Battlestar Galactica. We're going to go travel 120 light years to a new world. Bum 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 Hey, I didn't hear back from you. Michael Adupoku, I did not hear back from you. I'm about to block you from my live stream. I asked you to call me Nay. It's N-A-Y. It's really simple. Let me know if we got a communication problem there. A little communication breakdown.
Steven.
Led Zeppelin.
DA wormhole. Tropical thing. Market doing work this morning.
Yeah, we're keeping our eye on that $26,300 Bitcoin right now. What? To record their findings, a team of scientists analyzed light from K2-18b's parent star as it passed through the exoplanet's atmosphere. That tiny fraction of starlight eventually reaches telescopes like Webb, leaving traces that astronomers can piece together to determine the gases of the exoplanet's atmosphere. I know it sounds a little iffy there. Initial observations using Webb also detected the possible presence of a molecule called dimethyl sulfide, which on Earth is only produced as a byproduct of life. However, Mad Husdahan said the team is cautious of the detection and emphasized that further testing is required to confirm that the presence of DMS levels are significant. Now, did you guys caught that at the beginning of the paragraph? Initial observations using Webb also detected the possible presence, right? Oh, it's possible, but we're not sure. Okay. They don't even know if that shit's there yet. Okay. The vast majority of planets are extremely hostile to any chances for life, meaning researchers said that discovery was an important step toward finding an exoplanet with an atmosphere similar to Earth's with moderate temperature. Yeah, but you just said it was possible. They didn't even really discover it. So, yet, despite how promising the recent findings are, they're not findings. You're guessing. You're hypothesizing. Researchers caution that further study is needed to determine whether K2-18b indeed harbors life. Oh, you fucking think, you fucking idiots? I mean, you're not sure of anything that you've said so far yet. Everything is possible or maybe. We've got all these weasel words. You know? The planet's large size means its interior likely contains a large mantle of high-pressure ice, like Neptune. While scientists have predicted that its surface has oceans of water, they've predicted this. It's also possible that the ocean is too hot to be habitable.
Is that dude trying to tell you about Planet 9? Or some other who cares subject?
Or could even be liquid, researchers said. The whole planet could be liquid.
Moving forward, cheers.
If it's a giant ball...
Treasure Coast waters. Sparkin /
If it's a giant ball of liquid and gas like Neptune instead of terrestrial in nature, then liquid water would not be possible. Our work here is but an early demonstration of what Webb can observe in habitable zone exoplanets. Team member Savas Constantinou, an astrophysicist at the University of Cambridge, said in a statement, who failed and never became an astronaut. Okay, let's keep going. And then they go on to other discoveries from James Webb Telescope, which we're not going to talk about because that's not what the article's about. A promising step. NASA says planet 8.6 times bigger than Earth could support life. Dude, they don't even know if it has water on it yet. And that dimethyl shit, they're not even sure about that. Which would mean probably, algae or microscope.
If it's liquid, it means nothing for us, but however, if it's...
Dude, and they were even saying that even if it is what they thought it was originally, it would just be totally covered with water.
Space is always clickbait.
And I'm like, what, we're going to go there and build submarines and live in submarines underwater? What are we going to build floating islands in the ocean and live on floating islands in a giant water world? Well, I know what we could name the goddamn planet. Let's call it Pontoon. Yeah, that's the name of the planet. It's Planet Pontoon. Because the whole goddamn planet is going to need those. We're all going to walk from fucking boat to boat.
Tropical thing.
From dock to dock.
It isn't possible throughout the universe, lol. Bonsai house.
Bro,
if you have to live
in the article, they never addressed the distance of 120 light years, guys. They never addressed that. What would it take humans to travel 120 light years? How long would that journey take? And would we be able to take with us everything we need to survive? Would we have a space ship that could travel that would be able to produce its own food? Because we're not bringing all that food with us, right? And only to get there to find out, oh, there's a microbacteria that kills everything that enters the atmosphere immediately. And every single human that entered the atmosphere instantly died because there was something there that we'd never seen before that kills humans instantly. It wasn't even like life. It wasn't even life. It wasn't even alive. It was just a particle in the air like asbestos that we never even thought about it. Yeah, it was from the dirt and it was just floating around there. And as soon as people breathed it in, they all fucking dropped dead. Oh, but I guess we're going to bring astronaut suits and shit, so we should be okay. I didn't think about that. Yeah, we're all going to be wearing our Mars gear. Dude, how far is... It would take 30,000 years? No, dude, 30,000 years? We got that much food, bro. Hey, how are we going to grow food when we move away from our sun? I'm just kind of wondering, where are we going to get the solar energy from as we move away from our sun? Good to go to this other planet. God, where are we going to get the energy from, guys? I didn't even think it was going to be that long, bro. 30,000 years? I thought it'd be like 1,000 or something. Bro, 30,000. Wait, at what speed? What speed are we, the speed that we're currently able to travel at in space? Which is like, how fast are we able to travel outside the...
120 light years at CU propulsion rates. 30,000 years.
I'll take that. I'll take 30,000, bro. Thank you, Billy. Fucking producing, baby. Producing content for the show. Producing content for the show. Yo, you're a dope producer, bro. Token Tony Z, finally somebody said something in the Rumble, and I am so grateful. Hello, Token Tony Z. No, we'll grow gills, says Token Tony Z. Yeah, how the fuck do you get there and all the shit you need to survive? Not even possible. I don't know, but this false hope bullshit comes to us from the brain tanks at USA Today. So, it's some false hope for the monkeys, bro, on Earth. I'm gonna post that on Twitter. Some flays. What's flays? Some flays hope. I just made up a new word, flays. Yo, what's up, flays? Probably means something bad. Yeah, man. Leslie Abravano liked my tweet, bro. She's got 71,000 followers on Twitter. She describes Ron DeSantis as, basically a piece of human garbage, and she does it every time. You know, she's like, Ron DeSantis, the monstrous anti, blah, blah, blah. She says all this thing. I said, I love your description of Ron DeSantis. Can we add the word fascist to it as well? Can we add that? So I'm hoping that when she starts describing him in this description and she puts words, I want her to add the word fascist. And when I see her do that again, and if she doesn't call him a fascist, I'm going to say, hey, don't forget fascist. That is so important that people understand what fascism is, who popularized it, and who is using it today, and forms of it, Where there's smoke, there's fire, guys. We got fascism smoke all over the place in the state of Florida. It's not completely fascist yet. But you might feel that way if you're an LGBTQ child going through middle school right now. You might feel like it's a fascist state. If you're one of those African Americans who was just recently vindicated, but up until recently got gerrymandered out of your vote in Florida by DeSantis, you might have felt that you were living in a fascist state. So there's plenty of flashes of fascism. There's plenty of smoke here in the state of Florida. Busing immigrants to other states illegally trafficking in human beings paid for by the entire state of Florida. Wouldn't that make the whole state fascist, doing something like that? And you could say borderline fascist. You could say oppressive. You know, maybe it's not fascist. Maybe you're like, okay, well, it's not fascist, bro. You don't know what fascism is. Fair enough. Oppression, good for you. Menacing, good for you. Unhospitable. Fucking rude. You were downright rude to people here. We don't want your kind here. We're going to pass laws so it's very uncomfortable for your young child to go through middle school. You know, imagine being an African American kid and having some kid sitting next to you telling you, because of what you just learned in school, that, hey, it's a good thing that your great grandparents went through slavery. We just learned how great it was. You know, if you're that African American child sitting in a school in Florida, having Prager University garbage shoved down your throats now, you might feel like you're living in a fascist society under Ron douchebag DeSantis,
Bonsai House.
the fascist.
I.e. in Florida has always been the second gayest state. Who would think he can gov up and make it straight? That's a dumb quest. Not winnable.
I mean, the least he could do is to just pretend that he has something to say about the Nazis that just marched in Altamont Springs. He could pretend, you know, at least say, hey, you know, I just want to say I speak out against the Nazis that just marched in my state while I was out gallivanting the country, you know, and avoiding Joe Biden in my state. You know, when my state was, you know, recovering from natural disaster. Yeah, and I decided to go gallivanting off to you know, promote my candidacy for president. Dude, the Ukrainians have lost their minds. I can't believe what I just saw. They're going to start murdering Russian podcasters. Ukraine. With United States blessing. They're going to go after people who speak out against Ukraine. They're calling
Treasure
them...
Coast Waters. Rumble app is very young man POSLOL.
I think maybe you guys need to see this. I think you guys need to see this.
Dave Fishing. Ukraine seems like the bad guys now.
Dude, they've always been the bad guys, bro. Where have you been, man? Ukraine's always been the bad guys. Always.
Tropical thing. Probably with the money that was packaged with Maui recovery.
You guys, read the text underneath this as it scrolls. Watch this.
Russia hates the truth that their obsessive focus on a Ukrainian volunteer is simply allowing the light of the Ukrainian nation's honesty to shine brightly. Next week, the teeth of the Russian devils will gnash ever harder, and their rabid mouths will foam in uncontrollable frenzy as the world will see a favorite Kremlin propagandist pay for their crimes. And this puppet of Putin is only the first. Russia's war criminal propagandists will all be hunted down, and justice will be served as we in Ukraine are led on this mission by faith in God, liberty.
Oh, your faith in God and liberty is going after people who speak out against your government. Hey, fuck you, Ukraine. Fuck you. How about that? Eat shit and die, you motherfuckers. Fuck you. Wow, what a bunch of cunts. What a bunch of fucking cunts. That's a male? Oh, I don't know. It's none of my business. I don't fucking care what they are. That's a fucking murderer right there, calling for the murder of people who speak out against their fucking beliefs. Let me tell you something. They fucking murdered 15,000 Russians in Donbass region in 2014 with the goddamn blessing of the United States. So fuck all those motherfuckers. I can only imagine that Russia might have a response for that. And, wouldn't be surprised if it has something to do with that person right there. I wouldn't be surprised. Mark my words, someone might be getting their teeth brushed. They better check their fucking toothpaste tube. You know what I mean? Because Putin has his ways, bro. And you're going to go after, people for speaking. You call them propagandists of Putin. We know who you're talking about. Ukraine feels their biggest enemy is the truth that's being told by thousands of podcasters all over the planet. And you should support all of those people. Every single one of them, you should support them. And let them know that you support them and you appreciate them for what they're doing. And giving you their opinion on what's going on over there. And hey, man, if you appreciate my opinion on what I've been telling you about what's been going on, you feel free to let me know, too. I wouldn't mind. I've been trying to keep you guys informed on that and opening your eyes up to what the United States government has been creating with their own inability to stay the fuck out of other countries. Good or bad intentions, it don't matter. This is the fucking result. What good are the intentions when this is the result? Dude, I hope I have to pull these down. Yay. Dude, I love pulling crypto down from the sky. What? That means it all went up. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We even pulled up a Harmony. What Harmony's at 9? Is that 950? Dude, Harmony's at 950, guys. What do you say? What do you know? Hey. What do you guys say about that, huh? 26,200. We'll see what happens.
Woodchuck Montrose. I share your opinion on Ukraine.
Thank you, buddy. I mean, if you know the history, it's not opinion. We started it. Ukraine started it. It's not an opinion. What happened in the Donbass, 15,000 people getting slaughtered by the Ukrainians that spoke Russian. That's not opinion. That happened. John McCain, Lindsey Graham went over there. That's not opinion. The West supported that coup. They couped the goddamn Ukrainian government. That's not opinion. We started this fucking war. Not opinion. We just honor the facts, Woodchuck Montrose. And if everybody on the planet would just honor the facts, there would be no war. There'd be no conflict if everybody honored the facts. What the hell would be left to fight about? Because we wouldn't have any more disagreements. Did you see they caught that guy escaped from Pennsylvania? Yeah, it was one of the first things we talked about on the show. So, Lil Libany says he's going to shut that down.
You know what I mean.
Biden falsely claims he was at ground zero the day after 9/11, September 12th. Dude, this is CNN.
Point he'd been arrested during civil rights.
You guys that hate CNN so much that you won't watch it, you may have missed this little tidbit about this juicy tidbit about Joe Biden that you probably would want to see if you watch CNN sometimes. Just saying. Sometimes, you will see something somewhere and you'll appreciate it even if it's from a source that you've been told is fake news. Oh, it's fake news. I can't listen to CNN. You can listen to it. Check it out. Check this out.
Done, I don't know if it's similar things, but he's sort of told some stories that don't line up quite like this before.
Yeah,
Bam!
The president has a pattern at this point of either inventing or embellishing stories
Boom!
about his own past, his
Boom!
biography. He did it 3 times in one
Boom!
speech last
Dude!
month alone. He claimed
They need to do this fucking CNN versus Joe Biden. Show a picture of Joe Biden, show this on the other window. And each time he makes one of these comments, Joe Biden needs to get like a cut under his eye, get a slap in the face, get a cut lip, get punched in the head, get black and blue, get a bloody nose. Dude, just rip his ear off Tyson style. Everything, bro. Somebody should do that video. They should totally do that video to this one because this is destroying Biden from CNN. I had to look 3 times to make sure it wasn't Fox News, guys. This is fantastic shit.
he had witnessed
because
bridge
consider the
collapse in
source.
Pittsburgh when he actually showed up about 6 hours later. He claimed that his grandfather had died just days before he was born himself at the same hospital. In fact, his grandpa died more than a year before in a different state, not the same hospital.
Makes dumb
he also
shit up.
repeated a favorite false story that I and others have debunked over and over again about a supposed conversation with an Amtrak train conductor he was friends with, who was actually deceased at the time the conversation would have had to take place. And that's not all. There are some more serious ones in my view. Previously in his presidency, he claimed at one point he'd been arrested during civil rights protests when, in other versions of the story, he just said,
Ow, my ear.
taken him home
Eyebrows
from
ripped
a
off.
protest. He said he
Bloody
had
nose.
visited the
Fat lip.
synagogue
Tooth
where
missing.
worshippers were killed in a 2018
Eye
shooting.
gouged out.
In fact, he'd actually spoken to the
Oh,
rabbi.
where's puffy chest Biden at now? Oh, puffy chest Biden. Puffy chest Biden. Oh, look at my puffy chest. Oh, I'm so tough.
Republicans like to bring this up. He said that he used to drive a tractor trailer. He used to drive an 18-wheeler. Never happened. The White House later clarified.
Jaded.
At one point as a
Never faded, jaded. 6866 jaded. What's up, Jaded? How's it going? What's up? You're the second person to type in my chat today. Token Tony Z was the first, but you were the second on Rumble. Everybody come to Rumble, man. Everybody come to Rumble, man. Everybody come to the Rumble. Here's the link. If you haven't done it yet. That's not the link. Hold on. My bad. Oh, that was the link. No, that's not the link. My bad. Hold on. Everybody come to Rumble. Come on over to Rumble, everybody. The free speech mecca. Where I can say what I want, where I can do what I want. Come on, guys. I get praise for doing the things that I want to do over there. Give me some thumbs ups on the Rumble. Everybody that's there and hasn't followed the channel yet, please hit follow. Thanks for the 3 thumbs ups, guys. I'll give it the 4th. Boflow. Now it's got 4 thumbs ups on one of them. Give me a thumbs up on the show, guys. I'm giving you guys a thumbs up. How about that? You guys give me a thumbs up back. And thank you, all
Treasure
4 of you,
Coast
for the thumbs
Waters.
ups.
I tried, it won't let me verify email to join chat.
Keep trying, man. Try again. You have to... Yeah, resend the email, bro. And check your email filters in your email account. And make sure you're not blocking that in your email filters.
Treasure Coast Waters. Says try back later, rubbish cheers.
I'm sorry, TC Dub. That sucks, bro. I want to get that working for you, man. I want to get that working for you so bad. Anyway, let's do a dab, and we'll move on to the next story.
Briefly, school bus, of course, not an 18-wheeler. So whatever his intentions, whether it's foggy memory about stuff that's going on decades ago or deliberate embellishment, this is an unfortunate pattern that keeps coming up again and again with Joe Biden.
Laughing my fucking ass off at this motherfucker.
Treasure Coast Waters. I'll keep trying.
I did. Okay, please, man. And try something different, though. Don't keep trying the same thing over and over again. Like, read the text where it says, look for a link that will let you resend the email. Go to your email. go to your email filter system. Make sure that it's not in your outbox. Make sure it's not in a spam folder. Check your spam folder of your email. Welcome home. You need help? Okay, I gotta go help my mom. I'll get you guys on another video here. Here we go.
Hey guys,
I'll be right back.
Now,
I'm just gonna help my
with
mom
the
bring some
ups
groceries
and
in.
the downs of the crypto market, it can be hard to know what is coming next. One day we shoot up and the bull market is so back. Then next it's a crash and it's all over again.
Be right back, guys.
And then
we're
rinse
dabbing.
and repeat. And so in this video, we got some very important things to cover, including where are we in this market cycle? We'll take a look at how high crypto prices could be going in the next cycle, but also how low they could be going in the next few months. We'll do a reminder that Redtember has now just started, and then we'll finish up with the biggest developments that have happened in just the last couple of weeks, and some of them you may have missed. Okay, so first up, with the crypto market being so volatile, it's hard to know where we are in the 4-year cycle. So here is what I think is going on. Let's take a look at where we are in this 4-year cycle. And this is one of my favorite charts in crypto, as it pretty much has everything we need. Now, for anyone just joining us for the first time, let me just do a very quick recap. What are we looking at? These are the 4-year cycles that have gone. So this was the first launch of Bitcoin, and this was cycle number 1. This then went down and led into the orange cycle number 2 bull market, which crashed down into the green cycle number 3 bear market crypto winter, and that's the one that the epic run that many people joined in 2021, and this has now gone into the red, the last crypto winter that we've gone through, the deep crashes, and this is where we're at right now. This chart shows the multiples, so from the very bottom to here, this is a doubling. So a 2x. This
okay,
is
I'm back, guys.
3x, 4x, 5x,
just had to bring some groceries
10x,
in.
20, 50, 100, and it's all centered.
Is he making any sense?
Halving, which is
the halving
here, and this is how many days from the halving. So in the first cycle, you can see this is when Bitcoin was under $100.
No law regarding cannabis.
Over 200.
Cheers to TC Dub, Jaded, Token Tony, Dave Fishing.
So now let's try
Tropical
to answer
thing.
the question, how high
Cheers, guys.
is Bitcoin going to go in the next cycle? Well, a likely scenario, I think, is going to be something like getting up and around this 5x mark, and it will probably have some big blow-off tops, briefly piercing the 10x. And this would mean that Bitcoin would be hitting around about $150,000. So that is what I think is a likely scenario for a market top. And then when it comes to a market bottom, we did have the lows here, which was around the $15,000. Now, these massive runs and drops that we've recently seen are just these tiny little blips on the chart right here. So this really puts things in perspective. Historically, there's been way bigger runs in Bitcoin, way bigger crashes. So what we're going through right now is nothing out of the ordinary. Now, to the downside, I think it's quite likely that it will be going below 25k. It's probably 50-50 whether it breaks below 20k, and I'd say it's probably unlikely
when did he put this up?
Drop below 15,000, but
he put this up 11 days ago. It never went down that. It never went below 24k, and that's what Crypto Kid and Carl were saying.
It is still a possibility, but based on what's happened so far, it's really not that long away that we'll never be able to buy crypto at these prices ever again. As if it shoots up to 150,000, then the next epic crash where Bitcoin will be crashing down to the incredibly low prices of about 40,000.
Oh, 40,000?
So
we'd still be loving it at 40,000.
On the crypto market.
So Very interesting stuff. I like what this guy's saying, and I hope he's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Redtember. And this is something that I've covered quickly in my last video, but as we're just entering September, let me explain. So these are the pre-halving years, and historically, out of all the months of the year, the very, very worst month for Bitcoin and crypto, lo and behold, is September. And of the last 6 years, this has always been a down month. So just bear in mind that it's quite likely there will be some big drops coming in September. Now, if we take an average of the last pre-halving year, 2019 and also 2015, it means that Bitcoin is likely going to around $24,000. And for me, my next buy is a sub 25,000. So once it breaks, I'll be looking to accumulate Bitcoin this month. So I'm actually quite excited for Redtember, as this will be a nice large purchase for me. So that's the short term. Now let's cover the biggest developments that have happened in just the last couple of weeks, which say to me that the next bull market, when it really kicks off, is going to be the biggest one yet. Okay, so I've got 7 pieces for you guys, and the first one is just this. And it's the fact that these big news websites like CNBC are now showing the ticker symbols for crypto and
Yeah, that's what Michael Saylor was saying, guys.
And this is becoming normal. We now look at this.
That's huge for global acceptance, man. It starts showing up on mainstream media.
Now just getting integrated into the mainstream
It's huge.
media and financial system. We should not overlook this.
Okay.
It means we are entering mass adoption. Number 2, and it's ARK Invest and 21 Shares have submitted for an Ethereum futures ETF. So obviously with a flurry of Bitcoin ETFs.
I didn't even want to talk about this anymore, but I just think it's so intriguing, and so many people are bringing so much information.
And in fact,
there's a lot of great stuff out there, guys, and you don't have to subscribe to anything that these people are telling you. Just consider what I'm going to say, okay? This man is telling you, this one guy is saying that he thinks it's going to go up to $100,000. I told you if you bought $2,600 worth of Bitcoin right now, and it goes up to $50,000, you're going to close to double your money. Now, this halving is supposed to happen in April of next year. So if an investment sounds attractive to you that you would only invest in September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, so 7 months would get 100% of your return back, give or take. It's not exactly 100%. Let's say 80%. Does that sound like a good investment for you and something you'd want to do, get 70, get a return? We're talking about, you know, $2,600. I know for a lot of you that might sound completely out of your range and whatever. And for those people who that number is completely out of your range, I totally understand. Maybe you have a family member like your mother, your father, a brother, a sister, you know, your significant other, or a friend, even a friend, someone that you could tell this to. And it's valuable information that you tell this to them, because they have $2,600 and they put it in the bank, or they take it out of the bank and put it in Bitcoin, and it goes up to $100,000, not 50, it goes up to $100,000, you know, and then they get a return on that. That helps everybody. It helps you, and it helps them, and it helps everybody, because your friends have more money, your family has more money. So even if you don't have access to that investment, tell it to somebody who might. Put it on social media. Say, you know, the cost, this would be the post. The cost for buying 1/10 of a Bitcoin right now is $2,600. It's highly recommended by many, many people in the industry that you go ahead and spend the $2,600 right now. You know, they predicted it was going to go down to 23 something, and it didn't do it. the market is very strong right now. So, I know you've heard this story before, and it doesn't always pan out. But we didn't have the halving coming up in April either. And we did predict that the prices were going to start going up this year. We totally talked about it on the show. I remember at the beginning of this year when we were making purchases in Harmony, and it was January and April, and we were making purchases and shit. And I said, this is going to be a good year, but then next year is supposed to be the halving. So there's no stopping it. And like someone said, hey, what if I just bought $200? And what if in a month you had 200 more, that was laying around? You save money. Something that you do, like something that was fun that you used to spend a lot of money on, like you were gambling or something. And said, you know what, I'm not going to gamble my money away. This month I'm just going to hold on to it. At the end of the month I'm going to purchase some Bitcoin.
In. Take out a second mortgage. Sell everything. Laughing face.
Well, that's the advice that Warren Buffett tells people. He says, look, if you want to be successful like me, then when the time comes to invest your money, you have to invest all of it. You have to be completely destitute. You have to put everything you have into it. And I was like, yeah, that's harsh. I'm not going to do that. But that's what Warren Buffett said, That was his mantra, so to speak. And, agree to disagree with that one. Because, yeah, it doesn't always pan out, man. It may have panned out for Warren Buffett, but that doesn't always pan out and work out for people. And a lot of people blow everything. Oh, happy birthday, Jaded. Hit a birthday hit for my birthday. Jaded, yes, absolutely. Birthday hit for Jaded, 6866. Yes. Absolutely. Let's do some OG Kush. We'll switch it up. Grabbing the other jar. We can listen to a little bit more of this.
It's not just ARK Invest that has submitted an application. Check this out. This is how many Ethereum ETFs have now been submitted. So there's also a huge slurry of Ethereum ETFs now waiting for approval at the SEC. So this is great news for Ethereum. And number 3, more good news for Ethereum fans.
Whoa.
Very successful company called OnlyFans. More good news for Ethereum.
Oh, my bad. Van Eck. I'm gonna look at some of these names. It's in the white, guys. I'm looking at the company names. ProShares, Kelly ETFs, Grayscale, Bitwise, Diversion, Roundhill, Valkyrie, Volatility Shares, Bitwise, Roundhill, Van Eck, ProShares, Grayscale, Derision, ProShares, Bitwise, Kelly ETFs, Valkyrie. Okay. In October, look at those dates. Days from filing to decision. Dude, this is exciting, bro. This is really exciting.
A huge slurry of Ethereum ETFs now waiting for approval at the SEC. So this is great news for Ethereum. And number 3, more good news for Ethereum fans. A new up-and-coming, very successful company called OnlyFans. And let's just say it caters to the over 18s. But they are another company that has put Ethereum on the balance sheet.
Wow.
So it's not just Bitcoin that companies are adding to the corporate balance sheet. It's also Ethereum. So these two are still coming through as the blue chips. So great news for Ethereum. Number 4, and it was a partnership between Coin Corner and Lolly in the UK that's going to introduce
no law regarding cannabis, everybody. We smoke the cannabis as we watch the informational videos. Cheers, guys.
For the hospitality
Just a
sector,
spoonful
a
of cannabis
different
helps the
application,
information go
self-serve,
down,
and
the
payment
information go
platforms,
down, the
rolling
information
out
go down.
Bitcoin Lightning payments
Cheers, guys.
on all
Jaded,
of their
cheers.
kiosks.
Token Tony Z, cheers.
And
Tropical
also
Thing, cheers.
got some
Token,
pretty
hey,
cool
Tropical Thing, cheers.
customers,
Hey,
including Sky,
Jaded
Disney,
6866, this is your
BMW.
birthday, Dab.
So
Happy birthday
Bitcoin
to you, happy
payments
birthday to
is
you, happy
getting
birthday,
lost
Jaded
now.
6866.
Number 5,
Happy birthday
and
to
as
you.
The US continues its anti-crypto policy on the other side of the world. In Hong Kong, we have another bank that has just got a license for crypto services in Hong Kong. So more adoption coming from overseas. Number 6, and this
Treasure
was
Coast
about
Waters.
another
Yes, indeed,
litigation
cheers.
piece by the SEC as they were taking out another enforcement action, this time against the use case of NFTs. And what I'm basically showing here is that not only is the SEC losing in its court cases, in all of these litigation cases, even people inside the SEC, like Hester Pierce, a commissioner, is also attacking Gary Gensler and filing dissent. And this is what she recently had to say.
It shouldn't be our presumption in the US that you've got to go ask Uncle Sam for permission before you do things. Now, again, there are statutes on the books and we uphold those statutes, but I'm always thinking about upholding them in this frame of liberty is super important in the United States. And, I fear that in the conversations around crypto, we've lost a little bit of that sense of how important that principle is in the United States.
So not only is Gary Gensler getting attacked from the crypto community, not only is he losing in court, he's also getting attacked from inside the SEC from his own commissioners. It's only a matter of time. Fire Gary Gensler. And then finally, there was a very interesting piece about Elon Musk and his company X, as they've just been granted a new state license. And this is the application for a currency transmitter license. So what does this mean? Well, here is the most important small print. This approval will allow X to custody, transfer, and exchange digital currencies. So something is cooking with Elon Musk and X, and it's going to be big. Probably just in time for the next big bull market of
bull market.
2024.
Bull market. Yep.
With the ups and downs of the crypto market, it can be hard to know where we are in this 4-year cycle. Well, no one knows for sure, and as many of you guys will know, I'm a fan of planning for both directions, but if I had to take a stance, I'd say we're in an early stage of the bull market. To me, probabilities indicate that Bitcoin will be going below 25k. Now, below 20,000 is less likely, but it's still maybe 50-50 at this point, and testing the lows or below...
He was right. It went below 25K.
It
hit 24.9.
But it's still possible.
This guy was
And
right.
As you saw, the developments keep coming in thick and fast from...
This was
a
11
massive
days
list
ago, guys. So,
of Ethereum ETFs
give you an idea
to
that
Bitcoin
he's
payments
got
being
accurate
rolled out
predictions,
in the UK,
right?
And something big is coming to X, formerly known as Twitter, probably just in time for the next big bull market. So, there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Now, tell me...
I did enjoy it, dude. I'm subscribing. Investing Made Simple, Nathan Sloan. He's got 203,000 subscribers. He put this up 11 days ago. It's only got one comment. God bless America.
Bonsai House. Did you catch the Mexican government presenting what looks like my art as alien bodies? Ha 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 ha, you can see screws in the X-ray.
No. No, dude. You can see screws in the X-ray. Bunch of fucking idiots. They're alien repair screws, bro. It's from super alien surgery. Whoa, XQC addresses leaked. Ethan DMs in heated debate. Dude, somebody leaked XQC's fucking addresses, dude. So fucking not cool.
Andrew, hey. Hi, Nays.
Hey, Andrew. God bless America.
Bonsai house. Even looks like E.T. and the stuffed one with turtle eggs. Ha 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 ha.
And
Andrew,
they
hey.
stuffed one with turtle
I'm
eggs.
eating Subway.
They're fucking weird, dude. Hell yeah, you are. Death toll from Libyan floods tops 6,000.
Andrew, hey. Yup, eat fresh.
You guys hear we got a volcano erupting in Hawaii right now, too? So we had, within like a week, right? We had a flood, a hurricane, a volcano, an earthquake, and fires raging.
Andrew, hey. Hawaii.
But, you know, it's not getting any warmer, so nothing to see here, folks. Oh, wait, that's right. It is getting warmer. I forgot. It's getting warmer. Yeah, it's getting warmer. More energy for all of this. We're going to see this all the time. This article, this.
I'm not eating Subway anymore. Last bill was $54 for 2 footlongs and 2 drinks, no chips.
This is from Democracy Now! They're probably going to be pushing the Green New Deal bullshit down our throats, but I still want to see this.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman in New York, joined by Democracy Now! Co-host Juan Gonzalez in Chicago.
Goodman.
Hi, Juan.
Hi, I'm Amy Goodman.
Hi, Amy, and welcome to all of our listeners and viewers across the country and around the world.
Well, in
they've already got a climate change disclaimer at the bottom of their video.
Thousands more remain missing after a catastrophic flood in the eastern city of Derna. Torrential rains from Storm Daniel caused 2 dams to burst, wiping out whole sections of the city. Water reached 10 feet high in parts of the city. The United Nations has called the flood a, quote, calamity of epic proportions. Rescue operations have had difficulty reaching Derna because there's only one unobstructed road into the city. In front of Derna's hospital, people are searching for their loved ones amidst piles of dead bodies lined up on the ground. This is the hospital's manager, Mohammed Al-Kabisi.
The number of dead in this particular section is 1,700 deaths so far. We counted them as they were lying in the hallways. Whoever is identified is then buried. There are some who have not been identified. So we started photographing them and assigning numbers to them, then burying them as well. On the other side, they buried 500 people. Things are very bad. The hospital is dilapidated.
Mohammed Kamati, who lives in Derna, said many people were sleeping when the dams failed.
Then we heard that the dam had burst and the water had flooded the area. People were asleep and no one was ready. But this is what happens. What can we do? For me, my house is next to the valley, opposite the Al-Shahaba Mosque. The whole family lives next to each other. We're all neighbors. We lost 30 people so far, 30 members of the same family. We haven't found anyone.
Much of Libya's infrastructure has crumbled since 2011 when the Obama administration and NATO backed an uprising against the longtime leader Muammar Gaddafi, setting off years of war and political upheaval. Derna's mayor said the city's dams have not been maintained in over 20 years. The flood was caused by a rare hurricane-like cyclone in the Mediterranean known as a Medicane. It's the same storm that brought...
You hear that? A rare storm that we're only getting these things. They're not going to be so rare. That word rare is going to stop. I told you guys, we're going to see things like crazy shit that we may have seen here and there, whatever, but we're going to see it all the time. It's going to be like a nonstop thing. And that's not going to slow down. It's not going to stop. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. So remember this year, and we'll see how next year and the year after that one goes, you know? Because the year before, we didn't have a lot of hurricanes and shit, right? 2022 wasn't that bad. 2023 is fucking horrible, bro.
Unprecedented flooding to Greece, Turkey, and Bulgaria last week. The floods come just a week before a major summit on the climate crisis at the United Nations here in New York. Greenpeace International said, quote, governments must act now to end fossil fuels that are plunging us deeper into climate disaster every day. We go now to Libya, to the city of Tripoli, where we're joined by the youth climate activist Nissa Beck. Thanks so much for being with us. I know that Tripoli itself was not physically affected by this catastrophe in Derna, but if you can describe what you understand has happened there. I mean, we're talking about 6,000, perhaps 10,000 people dead at this point, Nissa.
Wow.
Condolences.
Yes. Thank you so much. First of all, allow me just to clarify that although Tripoli itself is not affected by this very specific event, it does not mean that the west part of Libya is usually not affected by heavy rainfalls or even other smaller storms. In fact, just last week, the city of Zliten, which is located in the western part of Libya, drowned completely. It was flooded completely just because of 6 hours of rain. And the whole flooding thing is not news to us. We've been struggling with this for years because, as you mentioned, Libya is struggling with poor infrastructure, and it's been like that for years beyond actually the 2011 revolution. Even during the times of Gaddafi, most of the well-constructed buildings, we have them since the time of the Italian colonization. It was constructed by the Italian government over 100 years ago. Those remain until today. However,
I love Amy Goodman for her journalism, even when I disagree with her coverage sometimes.
You know,
during the 60s,
I disagree with her. I disagree with her narrative sometimes, but you're right, man. She's very professional. And it's really easy to listen to her because she does a good job. You're right. I agree with you. That's really good, Bradley. Thank you.
It's usually easily affected by rain or even simple weather changes. As for what happened in Derna, it was actually expected. I've expected this to happen for the longest. You know, as a climate activist, I'm always pursuing government officials. I'm always doing my best to communicate whatever information that I have. This is not the first time that Derna goes through this. It went through it twice before in the past decade. It went through it in the 40s and again in the 80s. And just 2 years ago, Mr. Abdelaziz Ashur, who is a civil engineer, published a paper with the University of Sabha where he warned that both of the dams are very fragile and he expected that they will be falling apart very soon. He also mentioned that we need to have a lot of tree planting in the area in order to combat the desertification, because all of the sand in the area, or like the dry area, will only make the flooding like much worse. So it's something that we have expected. In fact, ever since this catastrophe happened, they talked about it a lot in the news from many different aspects, but not climate aspect. They did not mention anything about climate change and in what ways the government is at fault at what happened. Because as we mentioned before, this is Derna is like the fourth stop of the Danielle storm. Okay. However, it's the one that is most affected by it. So just to give you a bit of a background on the climate crisis here in Libya, Libya did sign the climate change framework back in 2015 with the UN, and they did ratify the Paris Agreement back in 2021. However, although the government been active at COPs, they did not submit any of the necessary national.
I got a big dab ready. No longer any cannabis.
contribution
Cheers,
or
Bradley,
the national
Andrew,
adaptation plans.
Token Tony
So
Z, Jaded,
these documents
6866,
supposed to include their risk reduction
Tropical Thing,
strategies.
Dave
So in
Kafishin.
case something such as this happened, what would they be doing? So
Look at this big old dab.
the thing is, most
Justin
of the
Jefferson.
other countries already
Unload me
declared
10K.
emergencies and
Increase
they
your
did
run, I lose your money
evacuations in
instead of
advance.
Hey, Justin, what's up?
Did not. As they seen the storm coming our way, and we knew that the storm was coming our way, on its way to the Libyan coast. The government did not announce emergency. They did not have any evacuation. Not to mention, it wasn't until yesterday when the president came out and he mentioned and he said that please stop sending medicine and food. We don't actually need this type of aid. What we need is rescue teams, search teams, as well as aid flights. So we're talking about a country that does not even have an aid flight. So when all the roads collapsed, they were not able to actually reach the people. So all of the aid that is being sent by the other countries is not even making it to the people. So every minute passed without an aid flight or helicopters meant tens and thousands of other people dying. So it took them 2 days to ask for that. And then they claimed on TV that, oh yeah, we have a strategy and we're working on it right now. But obviously they did not have a strategy. They do not have a plan. So this just shows you that, yeah.
Nisa, Beck, I wanted to ask you, what has been the role of the Ministry of Environmental Affairs in and also given the fact that for the past 10 years, ever since the killing of Gaddafi, Libya has had to deal with competing or conflicting governments, two governments within the same country.
Yes, that did have an effect, logistical effect.
Scott Thompson.
For example, even the aid that Egypt is offering, they're not
and I fucked your mom.
communicating with the government that is acknowledged by the international community. They are in touch with General Haftar in the east, which is the government that is not recognized by the international community, which means that whatever agreement is taking place as we speak right now, the actual president of the country have no idea what is going on. So in that sense, yes, it's quite an issue logistically, but like I said before, it's mainly a climate and environmental issue because, like I said, a huge part of climate or our strategy to combat climate or natural disasters is about the risk reduction strategies that's supposed to be submitted during.
It just lets me trash talk. It just gives me the permission to say anything I want back to them, you know?
Ministry. They're supposed to be playing the biggest role in this, but they're not playing any role at all. But to be completely honest, I have a source that told me that the Minister of Environmental Affairs has been submitting a lot of projects
look at that.
and a lot of proposals to President Abdelhamid Dbeiba. However, he is the one who is rejecting all of those proposals. He just keeps postponing.
Looks like the Chocolate River from Willy Wonka.
The Ministry of Environmental Affairs is not receiving any funding, and according to the employees of the ministry, they haven't received.
Our parents weren't stupid enough to start a war with Russia, bro.
Their paychecks for over 2 years, so they are working without getting paid, and it's been like that for over 2 years.
And what about the reality that as Libya confronts the increasing dangers of the climate crisis, it still depends largely as a nation for its foreign income on oil and gas.
Who comes on a live stream and tells the world they are pretending to be an
spoken about that, you know. We've spoken a lot about that. And they're still signing deals with countries such as Italy for the next 20 years and the next 30 years. So they don't seem to take the whole climate issue seriously. And in fact, if you've spoken to any of the decision makers regarding this, they're like, yeah, we understand, but we don't have to worry about that now. That's usually their reply. And I'm hoping that this tragedy could be the turning point for all of this and for them to actually take the climate crisis more seriously.
Nisa, rich countries agreed to establish a loss and damage fund at the close of last year's UN Climate Summit in Egypt, dealing specifically with the global south, the worst effects of the climate catastrophe. The fund was a major breakthrough for global south countries, which have been demanding a similar mechanism for the last 30 years, but faced opposition from the United States and other large polluting nations. What are your demands of wealthier nations?
To be completely honest, yes, the main issue or the root of the issue goes back to the polluting countries, such as the United States. But in this very specific situation, I cannot really say that it is their responsibility to fix what happened, because like I mentioned earlier, it's obviously our government's fault. And the problem with this fund, that it's not going to bring the lives that we lost back. It is something that comes later on, when it's time to actually reconstruct Derna. A lot of these countries will be putting, some funds in order to help us reconstruct it. But at what cost? I mean, at that point, we've already lost.
You want climate reparations?
How many other people we're going to lose in the
Oh
upcoming
my God, dude! There are these kids.
With the problem more seriously. So
It's like, show us the money. They want to get paid because the climate is, oh my God. They want reparations for the climate. I'm done, dude. I can't even, bro. I can't even. Where's Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka right now? You lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Tropical thing. Good day.
Exactly, tropical thing. Be happy you even got to live for any length of time. Seriously. Be thankful. And you know what? Make the most of it right now. Because running around demanding reparations ain't the way to live your lives out right now. You ain't going to get money from people. You think corporations are going to give you money because they pollute the planet and cause, and accelerate global warming? Oh, fuck, you're crazy. When you wish upon a star.
Bonsai house. Ha 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 ha, those kids were dressed that way and those signs handed to them by their warlord or someone.
Soros. George Soros, provided the signage.
Andrew Hay. Amen, brother, we need to unite.
Dude. Demanding money from the government ain't it, man. Over climate. So seriously, in my opinion, they don't owe you shit. They don't owe you money because they've been polluting the goddamn planet. You always hear about these oil spills. These companies have to pay these giant fines, these giant million and billion-dollar fines for all the damage they've incurred. Where's all that fucking money go? What do they do with all that money? I'm just kind of curious. When they pay a fine, who gets all that money? Where's it go?
Andrew Hay. I'm the government, give me money and it'll give you women.
Pay us money. That'll fix everything. If you just pay us money, then that'll fix our climate issues. Pay us money. Reparations is that's the solution to the climate problem. You pay us money. You sound like the Green New Deal authors. We pay them money. We pay tax credits on carbon and all that. Pay carbon credits, and that's going to fix everything. You guys are as bad as these climate activists that are demanding climate reparations are just as bad as the corporations. It's the exact same thing. I'm sorry, just as bad as the government that's offering it's not offering anything. That's demanding that these corporations pay carbon tax credits and whatever else. And that as long as the government's making money, it's okay. As long as these kids are making money, I guess that makes it okay. I'm sorry, I had that wrong a little bit. I had to fix that.
On a hill away from everyone and ignore the real problems.
I got a little confused on the dabs I've been doing. I got a little confused and my brain got a little astray. But hey, why did you log me out? Dude, don't. They fucking logged me out of my crypto watch, bro. I'm so fucking pissed off right now. You guys, dude, really? Unreal, dude. Oh. I don't know, dude. You can't fuck with this software, bro. I don't know what they did. Those fuckers. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean? Know what I mean, man? Jaded, Token Tony Z, Tropical Thing, Andrew Hay, Billy, Justin. All right. That's what we got. It's looking like. That's where we're at. Oh God, get these fucking, give us money, show us the money. That give us money so we can spend it on more corporations that are fucking heating up the environment. Yeah, right. Give us the money so we can go buy fucking hamburgers that come from the cows that are producing the methane that are fucking destroying the environment. Yay. Yeah, money's gonna fix it.
The International Red Cross says some 10,000 people are missing in Libya after Mediterranean storm Daniel caused catastrophic flooding. The floods swept away entire neighborhoods in a number of coastal towns. The destruction was worst in the eastern coastal city of Derna, where the heavy rains caused 2 dams to collapse, wiping out 1/4 of the city.
Whole neighborhoods submerged by water. Residents in this area of eastern Libya come face to face with the devastation caused by the storm. Some buildings were swept away entirely by the force of wind and rain. The region's armed forces were deployed to assess the damage.
3 bridges collapsed completely. Water spread into the neighborhoods. There were entire neighborhoods that were swept into the sea along with their residents.
Drone footage shows the scale of the flooding in rural areas. Vast swathes of farmland are now underwater. Huge areas of crops ruined overnight. Aid convoys make their way through gushing waters in the coastal city of Derna to reach residents stranded by the storm.
Bonsai House.
The area has been declared a disaster zone, and the Libyan Presidential Council is appealing for international help. But, as the head of the International Red Cross in Libya, Tamer Ramadan, told DW,
that's the guy in the yellow.
Rescue teams face huge challenges.
Access to the affected areas is not easy. Also, the collapse of the health facilities is a big challenge, that there is no access to basic health services in the affected cities. Communication is another big challenge, because electricity is cut, internet is cut, and accordingly the mobile networks are not working properly. We, for long hours, lose communication with our teams on the ground.
Despite the difficulties, The search continues here for the thousands of people still believed to be missing.
From all this, let's bring in Anas El Gomati, a Libyan political analyst. He joins
Dan Bongino's live right now. He's got 34,000 people watching him. God damn.
I was sitting up in Ohika Castle in New York on a little vacation. That's where I got married. And I'm listening to Rush Limbaugh on the radio. And he says, you know, this guy Dan Bongino was on talking about Benghazi. And folks, I got to tell you, that was the moment I knew we'd broken through. So that's in the book. You hear that story. And never realizing, of course, I was going to take over a spot after we tragically lost Rush way too soon. That story's in there, a ton of others. You learn a lot about me. Yeah, it's
fucking
your
Rush.
You're in that chapter, so it's pretty good stuff. Gift of Failure, pick it up today. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all your patience with me and the book. I know it's annoying, people talking about their books and stuff like that. I get it. I'll be on Mark Levin's radio show tonight at 8:30 too.
He's a piece of shit too.
Eastern time, so check that out. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. Join us every day for the chat, 11 a.m. rumble.com/Bongino. Click that green follow button. 70,000. Awesome. Awesome. I love cracking 70,000. Makes me feel good.
Hit
Click
70,000
viewers.
viewers.
Get a notification every day we go live. Really appreciate you all. You're great. Thanks for making us
70,000.
Appreciate it. I'll see you back here tomorrow.
300.
You just heard the Dan Bongino Show.
70,360 people. God damn, bro.
Bonsai House. Buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. Thanks, bye.
Thanks, bye.
Bonsai.
It's a problem. Too many people depend on the government. Right? What else is going on here? Lee's moving north. You guys be careful up there in the New England, Boston area. TikTok time traveler.
You all know I'm not a big believer in the paranormal. All that hocus pocus and all that mumbo jumbo about ghosts and goblins and ghouls and gnomes and Santa Claus. It's all a bunch of hooey. The only metaphysical conundrum that I believe in is the mystery of why I'm stuck at 5'6". But aside from that, not much else. Though today we're going to be talking about something that's got me scratching at my chinny chin chin here in curiosity, because there is a TikTok time traveler who made a few predictions, and they actually kind of blew up on TikTok. So much so that we had someone come out to the warehouse about 2.5 weeks ago to help fix the air conditioning that was broken, and before leaving he mentioned to Matt that we need to make sure that we really hunker down, board everything up, and prepare for a Category 6 hurricane that was blowing in about 2 weeks. And Matt was stunned. So Matt sat there like he had just been hit with a fucking flashbang and tear gas at the same time. His brain literally blue screened upon hearing this. A Category 6 is not real. That's never... Category 5 is the highest it goes. So this goes above and beyond. It's going fucking plus ultra. And this guy is claiming that there's one on the way, even though there was no information about that anywhere. So Matt poked a little bit to see where he got it from. And he said a time traveler on TikTok said it. And that's when the light bulb went off in Matt's head. Eureka. He knew it was time to take this seriously now. There was a lot of weight behind this claim. So this is the video that was floating around and actually gaining a lot of steam online. Yes, I am a real time traveler. Here are all of the events to come in the final months of 2023, September. This isn't unusual for TikTok. Every single goofball with a phone likes to pretend that there's some kind of time traveler giving us warnings, and they just make like a ton of fucking outrageous claims. And this one said on September 4th, the first ever Category 6 hurricane occurs. It runs up almost the entire US East Coast, but it mainly affects Florida and both the Carolinas. Now, when Matt told me, I had already told him I knew that, because I am very in touch with the goofy shit that happens online. I had actually already made fun of this video on stream as well. When Matt told me about this, I giggled quite hard. I nearly spit up on myself. I still can't believe that real human beings in the real world will see some shit like that on TikTok and not give an iota of thought to it, and never even have the idea that it could be a lie crossed their mind. This is a complete stranger on TikTok claiming to be a time traveler, making outrageous claims, and then some people just pog out to it and take it at face value, believing it. Like, holy shit, a Category 6 is rolling in, we gotta get fucking prepped. John Titor on TikTok said so. John Connor, Johnny Silverhand,
Bonsai House.
TikTok time traveler, this asshole said a Category 6 is coming, so it must
the
be
guy
true.
just looked at the radar.
It's amazing. But the reason that I mentioned this was 2 weeks ago is because fast forward to now.
2 weeks ago, there was tracking of this. We've been watching this hurricane, and they tracked it all the way up to New England, basically.
And we had Hurricane Lee forming, and it was a very quick Category 5 and only getting stronger, threatening the East Coast. And a couple days ago, Matt told me, Charles, if this turns out to be right, we're going to feel real fucking silly for making fun of this. He tried to warn us, but we didn't believe him. And I was actually starting to panic a little bit, thinking the universe around me was crumbling.
Bonsai
My understanding
House.
of this very dimension we inhabit was starting to be called into question here. Maybe this was the one asshole telling the truth and is somehow an actual time traveler trying to get the
Dude,
message
it's a
across,
hurricane
and I
tracking.
spit on him.
It's been on TV,
But
you dumbass.
Then it turns out, no, he was completely wrong. He not only predicted the wrong date, but he made like 5 other predictions that are just ridiculous. And also, Hurricane Lee has lost most of its strength. It's still a Category 3 hurricane as of right now. And it's also not going to Florida like the time traveler predicted. I also want to show you.
Oh,
the
I
other
thought he was up
predictions they
north.
made
I
in
thought
the
he was
same
up north. I didn't
video.
realize he's
They
in
said
Florida.
On September 10th, 20 people are chosen to see
forgot
the
that. My
afterlife
bad.
to know what it is like when you pass. What does that even mean? Does God hold some kind of reality show competition to choose 20 people to take a peek at
There's
heaven?
another
Like,
hurricane
what
behind
is
Lee,
this?
guys.
No deal situation. 20 people
The
get to
time
take
traveler
a vacation to the
just
afterlife.
has a Metro
Do they
Logia.
come back? Because if not, this is just 20 people dying. And if that's the case, the bigger news on September 10th would have been that only 20 people in the world died. Because I've got news for the time traveler here. There's far more than 20 people seeing what the afterlife is like every single day. So this one, I just don't fucking understand at all. They then say, this makes the entire population to focus on finding a way to live much longer, as less than 5% are happy after.
What?
So I guess whatever time that this guy traveled from, they lost the ability to write in proper syntax. This is broken. I can't even deduce what the claim is. So after 20 people take a visit to the afterlife, less than 5% are happy after, and the population focuses on ways to live longer? You mean like what they're doing every single day? Science is constantly striving for ways for people to live longer. And that's without the 20 chosen afterlife
Bonsai
spectators. And again,
I'm a
do
time
the
traveler.
people that go to the
There will
afterlife
be more
come back to
hurricanes,
tell
and
us
today
about
will
it?
be
Like, what the
partly
fuck?
cloudy.
Now, the next one is still upcoming, so this one still remains to be seen. But on September 18th, they claim that an invisible wall is put down to surround Mexico and Guatemala. It was put there by a hostile alien species to try and weaken us when they attack.
Oh, that's some fucking.
Why would they be putting an invisible
That's some
wall
flat
there?
Earth. That's some
Did they
flat
just
Earth
play a ton of
shit.
Starfield and see how effective invisible walls were or something? And if they have that kind of technology, why not just put an invisible wall around like pretty much everywhere? Cut everyone off. And also, why even use that in the first place? They also just fucking attack. If they're here, they'll probably beat our ass in an all-out war. The final claim from the time traveler for September of 2023 is on September 23rd, a Spirit Airlines plane crashes in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It actually went through a wormhole where it is 2 seconds to
Bonsai
them,
House.
6 years to us, and they return in 2029. Call me crazy, but I highly doubt that last one's happening. But who knows? It still remains to be seen. I really think that this was probably made by a teenager. That whole last section there just feels like it was a piece of his creative writing course for like his English class or something, which is fine. Like, it's really not that big of a deal, but somehow we met a person, a real living, breathing human being outside of the internet that believed this shit. Like with the upcoming Category 6 hurricane. So much so that they were trying to tell us that we need to prep for it. I'm assuming they had already started stockpiling like doomsday preppers getting ready for it. And that is tragic. That we've reached the point where people will actually believe anything. Not that I'm surprised. I'm not surprised by it. We see this all the time on Twitter. where people believe the most outrageous shit without even a single morsel of evidence to support it. But I've just never seen it in the real world. I thought that was mainly brain rot, internet brain, but no. This was a seemingly completely normal guy and just happened to really buy into this hype that there was a category fucking 6 hurricane that was coming in like 2 weeks. But you know what? I'm putting the carriage before the horse here. You know, there's still time for some of his other predictions to see if those come true or not. You know, he got a couple of them wrong, sure, but you know, who isn't wrong sometimes? But anyway, I just had to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya.
Bonsai House. My father always hoped psychics, fortune tellers, mediums etc. were comedians, turning them from morons into pure geniuses.
When?
I have a 1 o'clock appointment.
You want me to go to Lex's place with you?
It's not Lexus, it's a place that does repairs on automobiles. No?
Why aren't you going to Lex's?
No. I don't go to Lexus of Winter Park anymore. They're disgusting. They're idiots.
No, who'd you get the car from?
I got it from Melbourne. Lexus of Melbourne.
You call them and say, come out and fix my car?
I'm going to take it down there, but would you go with me?
Which place are you going to?
Huh?
Which place?
It's down by the hospital on 430.
Oh, yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay, thank you. We're going to leave here at about 20 of 1?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
You're a good son.
So, my mom, I think that she got up on one of those barriers, the parking barriers. She went a little too far, and then when she backed up, it kind of pulled the whole front piece under the bumper. It's a whole one piece. It comes up the bumper, and it goes up over, kind of up. It's like a bumper piece, man. It's lifted up like a whole inch off the car. Brand new fucking Lexus, dude, 2023. She just got it. She just got the car last week. And this whole fucking thing has lifted up off of the thing. And it looks like it all just snaps in. It's weird. It looks like the guys that know what they're doing, they'll just like pick up on it and go pop, pop, pop with their hand. And it's just going to snap right in. But you can feel underneath the bumper.
Bonsai House. Skid plate under the radiator.
You can feel on the right side under the bumper, you can feel where the plastic's supposed to be like flat and smooth there. It goes like this. Like it caught on something. Like it caught on something and bent it down as she was backing over it. She's like, I haven't done that. I'm like, you did. I'm like, you just didn't realize it. I'm like, nobody hit your car. You know? So, because it's the front of the car too. So I'm going to go with her to the, she wants me to go with her to the auto place. I could probably fix it myself. I just don't want to fuck something up, you know? Dude, I'm just going to use CoinMarketCap now since Crypto Watch has me fucking logged out of my account, so fuck them. Fucking idiots. I don't even feel like dealing with their bullshit. Fucking Kraken bought that, or somebody bought it, and they're going to sunset it because they're cunts. So I've got right here on my screen, I've got another page that allows me to see my minute chart. Like I like to watch that minute chart. I like to see that minute chart, and I like to see I can see the volume coming in.
Tropical thing. Trading View is really good.
Yeah, trading view is good. This is good though. CoinMarketCap is giving me exact. Wow, dude, look what's going on. Look what Bitcoin just jumped big time, bro. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. It's exploding, dude. This candle, this 1 minute candle is it's insane what just happened. Holy shit. Oh my god. I want to get this on screen. Let me see if I could do this, because I haven't used this one. I want to see how I want to do this. This is just showing that.
Bonsai house. My wife once claimed her tire blew up and bent her rim on a brand new car. When I looked, she had obviously curbed the hell out of it.
Right. So I just want to go like this. And we can go like that. That's pretty good. Take it down to there. Dude, why is that button sticking? Oh, I see. And pull this up to there. And now I've got my good old
Tropical thing.
1 minute.
Oh, I guess CoinMarketCap uses Trading View.
Oh, is this Trading View? Great. Yeah, it's CoinMarketCap. So, I've got an excellent reference here, very similar to the one that we were watching before, and I've got the other one as well, just right there. We can go like this, and then this can be tracked, the Bitcoin price. Oh, this is great. So I can do it like this. Okay, and now I'll just go like this. Like that. We can even have this on here, the 24-hour chart. I believe we get that. We might even get the 24-hour low and 24-hour high on there at the same time, which would be super convenient. You know, when we got the price right there, dude, that is so funny. And then I've got the 24-hour chart. You guys remember our 24-hour chart used to go right there. So I can have it looking just like it looked. Dude, we could do all of this, bro. I can get the price separately too. I'm thinking we could go like that. It gives that little bit more of information, and then go like this. And I wouldn't mind connecting these together, which would be cool. We could do that. Now I just learned how to do that. I didn't know I could before. But I can group them just by clicking on them and holding shift. No. Holding down shift. Now they're both selected together, and now, oh dude, it's not doing it. They're not both selected together. I thought I could group them, move them together, but it's not working. Okay, my bad. I thought it grouped them. But if I lock them together in a group, can I do that? Group. Group. Call this chart. Call it BTC Bitcoin chart. Right? Now, yeah, look at me. Bro, we got the whole thing. We got like the whole thing right there, man. We got the 24-hour chart at the top. We've got the 1 minute chart below, and I could change that. We can make it to a 30-minute, 1 hour day, and there's a lot more options on this one. And I could do technical analysis on this, which I couldn't do on the other one. Well, I could actually. I just didn't mess around with it. They eventually added that on, but I was like, oh, whatever. You know, this one, it's all the stuff, all the draw tools, everything. It's all right there on screen. So I can show you, you know, head and shoulders patterns. I can draw on there with the yellow marker. I want to learn how to do that, man. So that is the brush. There's the Fibonacci retracement tool.
Tropical thing. Nice.
This is the brush right here. Let's see. Brush highlighter, arrow marker, arrow, circle, highlighter. And I wonder if I could just go like this.
It's Josh G.
This is a...
What's up?
Hey, Josh. I'm looking for a head and shoulders pattern right now, and I'm not really seeing one. This is kind of one. That's not good. And then we've got shoulder, head, shoulder right here. It's more prominent. Shoulder, head, shoulder right here. It's more prominent. It's good. We get this little shoulder, head, shoulder pattern right here. Now, could I draw that? Like we say, shoulder, pen, yellow. Yeah, look at that. Shoulder. This could be another shoulder right here. Right here. And this would be the head. Dude, look at me, guys. I don't know why that's like grayed out. What do I have to like click on it to turn it off? Remove, and then I can click remove. Can I click on things? I don't know. I don't know, but anyway, this is a shoulder, head, shoulder pattern on the 1 minute chart. And we're not really going to see as much. What we want to look at is we want to look for a drop in volume and a drop in value happening simultaneously on the 1 minute chart, okay? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to draw lines here. Let's see if we can do this. We want to see a line going down like this, and, okay, click. And then we're also going to want to see that same line, you know, going down, matching it, but we don't. Right now, we've got a line going up. So if I want to click a line right there, we've got a line going up here, right? Come on now. Okay, so cool. So I'm able to draw on here, and this is really cool, and I can show you these patterns, bruh. This is really cool, man. I can't widen that. That's weird. Do you have to ungroup it? Psst. Unreal. I have to ungroup it to widen it a little bit. Oh, I don't have to widen it. You know why? Because I can just do this. Pivlow. There you go. That's what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up. Now I just don't know what happened to my other... Oh, this chart right here. Now this chart, I can do this with. That's it. Okay, that's the 7 day. We want the 1 day chart. Okay, sorry, I was on the 7 day chart. We were on the 7 day chart that whole time, guys. Now we're on the 1 day chart. So this is the one where we would really be checking for head and shoulders patterns. And we see a rising wedge pattern forming here. That's gone on over a while, man. So wait, let's go. This is the 1 minute chart. Let's look at this. Let's see if we can spot that movement. Okay, cool. So the movement we see here, we can draw this out. We've got a rising, we've had a rising wedge pattern right here. Boom, boom, rising wedge. Then a falling wedge. And then the falling wedge went up into a rising wedge, and then a falling wedge. Then a rising wedge went up here, falling, rising now. But overall, there's been this slight increase, man, over time. And I don't know how you would draw that out. I don't know if that's like a... What am I missing here? I think what I'm missing here is I'm looking at... Well, this is kind of like a 24-hour when you do this.
Bonsai House. Ha 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 ha. Have you heard Vermin Supreme's 2024 campaign promise?
What is
he would
it?
make all crime illegal. Genius comedian.
Huh. What we want to see, what we want to see is, we want to see this actually fall along with this for it to go up, but it's going up right now. So, you know, this fall didn't really happen. That didn't really happen. Look at the volume coming in, guys. Holy shit, look what's going on. Look at the 24-hour chart. Oh my god, look at this spike, guys. Look what's going on. 26,353. What a pump, man. Massive volume pump down below. You know, if you look right there, look at that giant volume pump. It's just like this one. And look what happened after that volume pump. Everything went up, right? So that might happen after this volume pump too. Maybe. I am so not sure. Right now I'm really confused what I'm looking at. Because it's just going up. And there's no I don't see any patterns forming. You know, there's you could call this an inverse head and shoulders pattern right here, followed by a head and shoulders on a rising wedge. Where are we over the 7 days? That's the 7-day chart. There was that giant drop 2 days ago, and then it recovered, and it's up above the recovery point now. Not on the 1 month, though. It's not bad, though, for the 1 month. And over the full year, that's the full year, guys. And this is all time. So we'll go back to full year. But over you know, all time, that's so cool to be able to pull that up and look at that. This is a problem that we've been having with our analysis, is I haven't had the ability to pull up the year like this, or the full-time chart. And this, it gives you an idea of, you know, going from, this fucking mouse doesn't work right, from here to here, how it's, even though there was this giant spike in the middle, that it's still got this upward movement overall. Overall. But, you know, the 1 year chart is a lot easier to digest, I think. It shows more the downward moves over long periods of time. You see how it spikes up and then slowly falls. It spikes up, then it slowly falls. But that recovery point is 32,000. A big plateau. That's 32,000. And I have a feeling we're going to be hitting that real soon. The news out there is just exploding with crypto. You witnessed them, Jaded? You witnessed drones? People in where I used to live out there in Lake County in California, they see them too. They swear by it. They swear it's the government. 364. Is this not updating? Yes, it is. That one says 365. That one says 359. Isn't that weird? They're so far off. Now that one went to 361. Now it says 370. So these are really healthy spikes. These 1 minute candles are huge, guys. I'm going to be leaving here in about 10 minutes.
It's Josh G. Hashtag keep it open. It's Josh G. Bummer.
Dude, you guys, look at this spike. Look at this giant spike on the 24-hour chart. That's this chart. It's right back to where it was 24 hours ago. It's right back to that point. So this is going to be a Bollinger Band right here. There's the bounce down a little bit. 372. So it's going to try to get through 400, 26,400. I don't know what Ethereum's doing right now. We'll just watch Bitcoin. Oh, compare. Here we can bring Ethereum up. There we go. Ethereum's at 1609, so that's healthy. That's great. We're good. 1614 now. Bitcoin's at 372. Looking for 400. 381, guys. Bitcoin's at 381. 379. It's good. It's healthy. 379's the low. 378, 379, 378. Look at Ethereum go, guys. 1615, 386, guys. 395. Here we go. 26,395. 26,399. Dude, it bounced down off of 399. That's it. It's got to get there at 399. Here we go. 399, 390. It's going to go through 400. 26, 391, 392, 389. $397. It's trying again. 392. 386. Ethereum is at 1615. Ooh, down to 370. Big sell off. 390. 359. Wow, 359. It's dynamic as hell, bro. Way down to 357. Way down to 350. Well, here comes a volume pump. We'll see. There's a reverse candle going on, so 345, still dropping. Ethereum is at 1613. Not bad. Ethereum's not in a bad place right now. 1611, still not in a bad place. Here comes a candle reversal. Here comes a spike. Let's see if the volume comes pouring in. Bottom right corner, very bottom right corner. Want to see if that candle's going to go up tall and green, which they haven't been doing in the last few minutes. So I bought Bitcoin at 25,100, I think. 25,100, I believe. Oh my God. It's really got to get to this 26. I could set up the Fibonacci lines myself, man. It's got to get past 26,400 or 399.99. Ugh. That was a hell of a pump for the last 9 hours. Holy shit, man. 9 hours of just climbing. It's not sustainable. So we'll see what happens. It usually breaks down after a while. I'm gonna have to get ready to go, guys. So thanks for watching my show. Hope you guys all had fun, and I'll keep my eye on this market and see where it's going throughout the day, and I'll tune back in with you guys later today for another show. All right. So turn on your notifications. Watch the Truth Social account for posts and when I'm live, and turn on your Rumble notifications and make sure you follow Rumble. Give me a thumbs ups on all the channels before you leave, please.
Thank you, Nay. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Take care, guys. I'll see you on the next show. All right. There we go. See, show the pretty backyard before we go. Wait, there's a drop in volume and a drop in value going on simultaneously on Bitcoin right now, guys. So I could show you that really quick. Here it is. Look, it's a corresponding drop in volume and value. It's happening right now. This is what we look for on the 1 minute chart for a quick reversal. So what you're seeing is you're seeing this, and you're seeing, and we saw this drop going right here too. See this? Now that's resulting in this going up, and we get this, oh, I'm sorry. We get this, here it goes. There it goes, green. Boom. There it goes. That's on the 1 minute. That's what you look for a pump. You see the corresponding drop in value, drop in volume happening. See that? See how the blue lines are showing you how those were both dropping simultaneously? That on the 1 minute chart almost always results in a pump upwards. You start seeing that over a period of 3, 4, 5 minutes. That's on the 1 minute chart. People tell me I'm crazy for watching the 1 minute chart, but I'm able to read them. So if you can read something, go with it. That's exciting. I'm so glad to show you that at the end of the show, man. So you just learned something. All right, you guys take care. I love y'all. Thanks again for watching. Token Tony Z, Jaded, happy birthday. Tropical Thing, it's Josh G. Everybody that's over here on the Billy and Tropical, Josh G, Billy. You guys take care.